Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I found the trouble. Thank God. It was just a circuit breaker on the old power strip. Apparently it can't handle the 1600 watt load. So we got 2,600 watt load, 2,600 watts at 120 volts AC. The old generator is coming along nicely. Exhaust clean as can be. Can you imagine that? Just running on wood chunks, approximately 3/4 of an inch by an inch. And as you can see, the chunks are going down in the unit. The temperature in the top of the gasifier is over 550 degrees. There's the cyclone filter. A little bit of soot. I see soot bouncing around in the bottom of the glass tube, the glass. And it's cool. It's cool, not even hot. The output of that, of course, goes through the cooling tubes here in a V shape. They're warm. And then up and down into the filter. Filter is warm. As you know, the whole purpose of this is to charge the main batteries of my solar powered house on an overcast day like today. Seems to be holding up real nice. I couldn't be happier about this. I have not run this since last fall. But this time I'm running it on my own junk wood that I picked up on the ground. And I used the saw to cut it up. Going on 15 minutes. I gotta put more chips in there. Now this gasifier is a FEMA downdraft gasifier. It seems to be doing very well. I'm very happy with the FEMA gasifier. I'm gonna pour in a few more chips. I mean, not chips. Okay. If you notice, they are vibrating. And that's due to the vibration from the engine. believe you you need another vibrator. I did hook up a vibrator to it, but I don't really have to use that. Only when I first started for a few minutes. You can see the wood going down very slowly in the fire tool. Well, I'm drawing 2,600 watts. Seems to be handling it very nicely. Yes, the heater is still on. Isn't that amazing? And the two 1,000 watt lamps. Isn't this amazing? I'm not going to touch the air adjustment. That is very critical. The air adjustment. Incidentally, those are gate type valves. This way you can get very fine adjustment. That's the air. And this is just on and off. You could adjust the air with this, but not as fine as with this. And of course, the gas comes up, goes around, and into the carburetor. The air intake on the carburetor. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's over 15 minutes that she's running. Holy mackerel. Boy, that wood is going down pretty fast. I am so amazed at how nice and smooth that engine is running with a 2,600 watt load. Temperature and the top of the reactor is, God, it's top of the scale. It's probably over 600 degrees. As you can see, the wood is on its way down, but I'm drawing 2,600 watts, and she's pulling about 1 inch vacuum. You know, it's up one and down one. It's up one and down one. I believe that's 1 inch of vacuum. So, ladies and gentlemen, I really didn't expect to run this tonight. I could have went inside and took a nap. But fellas, I am so happy I'm doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy I'm doing this. My whole purpose of this is to charge the main batteries that run the house. I could go in and get another heater, but I'm going to overload the two power strips. I really should hook up another power strip, but when it's running good, don't touch it. Don't touch any adjustment. It couldn't be running better. Isn't that incredible? Off of junk wood, just laying on the ground. I pick it up everywhere. And Mike out there, and Dr. Cox, and 001 Flash 001. You fellas have been really grateful in helping me. Also, Dan Goles, and also Josh, with your experience with the gasifier. You've helped me a lot, given me a lot of encouragement, and I'm passing it on, guys. But the main thing here to prevent bridging is use the engine vibration to prevent bridging, and it seems to be working. The old onan is it's a 2-cylinder, 7.5 kilowatt generator. Incidentally, running at 1800 RPM. Incidentally, this is the filter. It's just full of wood chips. I saved the chainsaw chips from my chainsaw and put them in this filter. As you can see, out of the the cyclone filter, then it goes through the cooling V, and then through a T up into the bottom of the wood chip filter. And here's where I tapped into the top of the wood chip filter for my water gauge. He's still running really nice. Still drawing about a 1-inch column, maybe a little more, just slightly more. Well, fellas, it's starting to get dark. See, what I do is, before the filter, out of the cyclone filter, it goes through the cooling V, and then it goes through the first flare tube. I use that to get it going. A good 10 minutes to get it heated up. And then I shut that off. And now the vacuum has to be pulled through the filter. And the filter goes to the carburetor through the plastic tubing. This is the air adjustment, and that's the idle adjustment. Well, you leave that wide open all the time. And that goes right into the air intake of this propane onan, this old onan propane generator. Well, still running good. Let me go check the, it's really getting dark now. Oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Oops. Let me see if I can start it again. Oh, man. There we go. Well, for some reason it stopped. I don't know why. I guess maybe the fuel's getting too low. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it was a real good run. Usually what I do now is just be careful about that. Oops, I'm going to try to start it once more. I'll give it one more try. I really should shut off everything, because you never should leave a load on a generator when she picks up speed. Well, here it goes. Alright, let's see. One more time. It's well, oh gee. Well, anyway, it ran pretty good. Unfortunately, it didn't keep running, but it had been running for a good 25 minutes. I guess I didn't check the, maybe I should have checked that. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to try to get it going again. But I got to turn on the suction fan. For now, God bless, wish everybody the best. And hopefully I can continue this with the next video. Thank you very much for watching. This is John Millard. Keep the faith. Over.